you had a bad day till now it's going to be good. So it's going to be good henceforth. So we didn't plan it like that. It's everything is falling in place.
Were my seniors, and even more senior than the senior actors that I knew. You know, they really like held each other's hands and supported each other when projects were being made.
But when I came in the scene and I analyzed the industry, that's when I realized that this is the nature of the business here. And unfortunately, if you don't go ahead of it,
You know, I would love to do parts which are just exciting and challenging. And I don't look at this like these characters that I play.
Hello everyone, this is Aina and welcome to Instant Bollywood. I'm in conversation with three very hot people today, Arjun, Rampal, Vidyut, Jammwal and Nora, Fatehi. So nice to have you all.
Thank you, Aina.
I'm going to start off by asking you guys that how did you all come up with the title? And when you think of the word crack, you probably, think of something humorous, but this came out with a very larger than life and fun action. Where did this actually stem from?
So the director and I were chatting about what we thought should be the name. We went through a lot of names and I asked him to describe me. He called me Nuts. So फिर Nuts का हमने ढूंढा, what else can we call me? And we thought it was Crack. And then we needed to find the other cracks and that's how we found them.
Because it's an action thriller kind of a film, which is so like, even the trailer, there's so much going on. Is it intentional because these kind of movies are really working in the cinema right now? So you want to make sure that as an actor, you indulge yourself, and even as a producer, you're making such films that the audience is ready to see and watch.
It's all destiny. When everything falls in place, it falls in place.
Yeah.
It's like you had a bad day till now it's going to be good. So it's going to be good henceforth. So we didn't plan it like that. It's everything is falling in place.
Yeah, actually, when they came to me for Crakk, I mean, none of those films had released. There was no trend like that was going on. But when they were thinking about that, none of those films had come out, So, and with Vidyut, I mean, when you're, his forte is action, I'm sure he's going to do a lot more other stuff as well after seeing IB71 and everything. He knew that this was his pet project. That if he had to do like a proper sport action kind of film, what would it be? Yeah. And it's got everything in it, which screams athletes. It screams sports people. So it has a different spirit altogether. And I think that's what would be very unique, which sets this part very uniquely apart from other action pieces or films that you see.
Right. What about you, Nora?
nobody asked me about my opinion for the title because when I came to the film already started. They had it already. And anyways, when I heard the title, I was like, oh my God, this sounds so cool. Yeah. I want to be a part of this world. Anytime you hear the word crack, you think of something like crazy, like out of the box, off the edge. And then immediately when Aditya sir said the movie is called Crack, you want to be a part of it, and he gave me the narration, I'm like, I have to be part of this world.
Arjun, you said that this film, when it was like kind of approached you, it was through a very good friend and a close friend. So many years in the industry, you have these relationships that are personal. Does it ever get difficult to say no, keeping in mind that you are so close to people sometimes and you have professional boundaries as well?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes, it's also a very personal space to be. When you have a very close relation, supposing, for example, say 10 years down the line, Vidyut and me become really, really great friends, okay? And we've had great experiences together. And if I am doing something, okay, and I would want Vidyut to come and be a part of it, even though he does not have that much belief in that project, it would be difficult for him to say no. Yeah. And similarly for me, it becomes kind of difficult sometimes to say no, definitely, because you've shared so much with a person. Yeah. When you're making a film or you're trying to create something, it comes from a very deep space of belief of that person. Maybe you don't have that belief, okay, but you just got to then, put your faith in that person and say, okay, I'll do it for you. And you sometimes do those kind of favors. I've done many in my career, and you create a tremendous amount of goodwill somewhere. Yeah. When you do something like that, And I've learned that a lot from especially actors who were my seniors. and even more senior than the senior actors that I knew. You know, they really like held each other's hands and supported each other when projects were being made, and didn't just think of it selfishly. You know, and they knew they were actors. They just had to go play a part and you know, be a part of it. And if they could contribute in somebody's vision to make it come alive, you know, why not? So I don't think there's anything wrong in
it's
that.
lovely.
Yeah, but I think there is, you know, a lot of love and respect that kind of grows, and that's how you kind of hold each other's hands and have long-term relationships.
Yeah. What about you guys? Is it difficult to say no when you're close to someone and they're coming up with a script or a project that you're probably not believing in truly, but you have to do it?
It's tough. It is. You have to set boundaries. It's very important,
Yeah.
especially when it comes to career, because our career is very fickle. If you make the wrong decisions, it could take you back 5-10 years. So we have to be very careful how we select our projects and who we work with. I think our close ones, our loved ones, they love you and they care about you. They have to understand the circumstances you're in and the nature of our business. And if you do say no, not to take it personal, because you know,
Yeah.
it's just the situation that we're in. But it could get tough.
Nora, like you said, like it is a fickle industry. Even though you have like so much success and so many fans today, you came on this film last minute, you mentioned, and you got a call. But does the unpredictability of this industry kind of get to you as actors sometimes? Because you're finishing a film and you probably don't know when you're getting your next. Does that gap, is that difficult?
Well, for me, I don't know about everyone else, but when I came in the scene and I analyzed the industry, that's when I realized that this is the nature of the business here. And unfortunately, if you don't go ahead of it, you could get succumb to the insecurity, the negativity, feeling like, oh, I need to race with everyone. I need to, what's next? And if you don't have something next lined up in the next 6 months, you can go into depression. That happens to a lot of actors. So I foresaw that and I said, okay, I don't want to be trapped in that game. So I decided to not have all my eggs in one basket. Instead, I decided to do more than one thing in my career and branch off and have different lanes in my career, so that if I'm not having a movie right now, I'm shooting another music video, or I'm judging a show, or I'm overseas doing a project, you know, abroad. So that's what I keep trying to do. I can see how difficult it could be if you're sitting at home waiting for the next project, because we don't have, like, our industry is not that big, it's small. We don't have so many projects happening. It's only a few that happen a year, and there's only a few actors who are constantly on rotation. So to break that rotation is very, very hard. And you may end up having to wait at home more than a year. And that's why I advise actors to always have multiple lanes in their career.
You know, even the line "Jeetega to jiyega," do you all actually personally believe in it? Is success the only way कि आप अच्छे से जियोगे?
That line comes from the antagonist, who's me. So I don't know if it's a positive thing in the film or a positive message that's going out there. He says for survival, you have to win. It's a race for survival. You know, jeetega to jiyega. It's a race which you're going to have, and it's for survival. So that's different in the film. When you live, you are winning. Ji rahe ho to jeet rahe ho. You know, but how you're living is what's important.
See, for you, I want to ask, you know, we love watching you in the villainy roles. I even mentioned the last time we spoke. Is there something specifically that draws you towards the antagonist roles?
No, it doesn't draw me. I think other people get drawn to take me in those kind of parts. You know, I would love to do parts which are just exciting and challenging. And I don't look at this like these characters that I play. Even when I'm playing an antagonist, the only way I think I can keep them sane and real is if I look at them as human beings as well, and with a different mindset. You know, what they're doing is not wrong. So you put in that level of conviction in it, and somewhere they have a lot of fun. You know, the bad guy gets a lot of great lines and he gets to do a lot of cool things.
But not to sing the songs.
Yeah, you don't get to sing songs, which is great. Okay, and or dance, which is even better. Okay, हम तो नचाते हैं.
Thank you so much. It was lovely chatting with you all, and we wish you all the very best for Crakk and everything coming in the future.
Thank you.